Hello, it's test and review day for the Remington Vought. Now we've got a few problems here with the gun today. It's got a slight leak. I noticed I blowed it up yesterday. When I've come to it today, it's lost a fair bit of air. I've contacted Solware who supplied it. They've got me another one anyway on hold. But we're going to try and muddle through today with this test and review. Hopefully it can hold air enough just for us to get this done. Shall we start off then? Let's get it out there. All the guns you'll be seeing today are available on solware.co.uk, based in Tamworth. Okay, let's get it done. Here we go. As we know how this works is there's 135 points up for grabs over 3 cards. If you get inside the red on the small cards, that's worth 10 points each shot, and there's 5 small targets, and that's how it's 50 points. The second card, we call it our pellet on pellet. If you get 5 pellets inside the red 10 on those, you'll get another 50 points. And then it's our rings, 4 large rings, they're worth 5 points each. And then you have your bonus shot, which is just the size of a pellet. If you manage to get inside the ring on that, you'll score an extra 15 points, which will give you the 135. We're starting off straight away with our 5 small target card. Here we go. That's a 10. Shot 2. Oh, I think that's an 8. That's a 10. Ten. So 48 in the first card. We move to the second card. 10. 10. I think we're out. Okay. Let's just get the next one in. Last one. 10. So 98 scored in the first 2 cards, which isn't bad at all. We'll get on to our main card now, which is where the big points are. I'll set that up. Okay, we are in the red rings on this card. Let's see how it goes. 5 points for each of the big ones, and you'll be doing those 4 first. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah. So he's over the 110 barrier. Yeah. Final shot. Yeah, he gets it. So scores a 133, not shabby at all that. So he's done really well in his test. Right now, our next few shots is over the chronograph. Let's see how he does with that. Okay then, let's try the Vought over the chronograph. Let's see how we can do. Okay, that's there. First shot. 126. not great. 172, that's a bit better. 171, that didn't count. 173, and final shot 172. So in the centre there was 172 metres per second with our Diablo's Air Arm 1 to pouch, which is 16 grains. We'll retten that up now and I'll give you the computer readings for it. Okay then, the Remington Vought. When just gone through its chronograph test, it came back with 465.2 feet per second when we took the meters to feet per second. That gave 11.35 foot-pounds and 15.39 joules. So it's not, shall we say, it's not sluggish, and I do think this one has a leak at the moment and it'll be returning, but it's not done badly at all. Now, we go over to the review side of the gun. What do we think? Well, I have a few complaints, I'll be honest with you, with the gun. It's not growed on me just yet. I don't like the way that the cap comes off at the end, exposing an 1/2" UNF thread, but it does leave your filler port open to the elements. They don't supply a blanking plug or anything else to do with it, but if you're going to screw that end cap off there and put a silencer on, say if you're out in the field, you're going to leave yourself open to the elements for that fill port. It's going to get dirt and ingress into there without a problem. Yes, you could go and probably manufacture one yourself, or probably find one from another gun manufacturer that will fit it, but for those couple of extra pence to put in the box, I think that would have been a nice touch. Also, it would have been a nice touch to have made something that will slide over the 1/2" UNF thread that you could screw in with the silencer, and the silencer would hold it into place. Just a thought. Now, I know a lot of people are raving about the large bolt on this, about the cocking arm bolt, but I find it very hit and miss. Sometimes it loads lovely, sometimes it misses and double loads. It's not the greatest, I don't think, anyway. That's another one of the gripes I have with it. Obviously, I have a feeling this has got a regulator leak at the moment, due to the fact is it's I blowed this up last night ready to do the review this morning, and this morning when I come to review the gun, the air was gone. So it's leaking from somewhere, I'm not quite sure where, but I've managed to get enough air in it to complete this this test. Now, it's done great on the tester, 133, can't fault it, it is quite an accurate gun. Now, this is one of the new design guns, of course, where the air cylinder goes over the barrel. There's always going to be teething problems with new designs, we know that, so if the leak is around that barrel area, maybe it's something that will be, in the end, sorted all out. The gun, accuracy-wise, has no problems whatsoever. I don't know if anybody's seen the short that I put in of this gun, but it took me 22 patches to clean. It was that heavily laced in grease. Now, this is nothing new. The Remington T-Rexes I've had in before, all the same. They seem to be, anything from the sports marketing group is heavily cased in grease, obviously due to the fact, I should imagine, because of its time on export. I've no doubt this has been on a shipping container somewhere to come into the country, so no surprise there at all. It does save the barrel from rusting out. I've got no problem, as I say, accuracy wise. I'm not too keen on the bolt, not too keen on the end, but besides that, it's a nice gun. I like the thought of it where, like, the tank is not exposed. Obviously it's hidden, it looks more like a rimfire gun, shall we say, but obviously that's what it's meant to do. Is it design over matter though? Have they over designed it and you know, forgot that it is still an air gun? I'm not actually too sure on that one. That's not to say that I don't like the gun, because I do. I've just got a little few things that I'm not too keen on. The magazines, nice and easy to load. They're just straight pellet in, one anti-clockwise turn, drop the next one in. It holds itself into position each time, so there's no, you know, worrying about holding it on a spring. And if you do let go, it'll only go back to the last pellet you put in, so there's no problems there. Sliding in is quite easy. You just put the magazine in. and you think it's home but it's not, it has a nice reassuring click. If you give it another push it will click in, and then you know it's actually centered where it should be. So that's a nice touch. I do like the magazines in this. There's a touch of stippling around the hand grip area. I would say it's more for design than, shall we say, functionality. And same here on the foregrip, there's a little bit of a V shape to either side grip. Again, not really doing a lot, but it's there, you know. It is a plastic trigger on this. Doesn't bother me much, to be fair. I mean, as long as it's solid and it moves, it's probably just as good as a metal one in my eyes. The plastic ones, if they're flimsy, then yes, you know, you'll put it down a bit, but if it's plastic solid and it works well, no problem to me. Plastic or metal doesn't really make a difference to me, and the trigger's fine. It's you know, it's not adjustable, I don't think, anywhere, but I suppose there is an adjustment if you take the stock off, but it was fine straight out the box, no problem at all. I didn't find it over heavy or over light, it was just nice. You've got your safety catch just here, obviously click forward and back. It's quite a stiff, as you can see. I don't think that's working, to be honest with you. No, safety catch isn't working on this, so that was another fault that I didn't know on the gun, so that'll be another thing I suppose I shall have to report on. But it's supposed to have a rather an odd click, but not that hardware as you can't actually engage it. No, I can't. Oh, it's a very light one. It is working. You can hardly feel it. So can you hear that slight little click? And it's as light as a feather, so that would be easy to catch. Something to watch there. I was told it had got rather a large click on it, and it took a little bit to get it into place. The one on this is exceptionally light and easy to catch, I would have thought, because it's inside the finger guard, so that'll be another thing to look out for. You do have a Picatinny rail there just by the main manometer, and this is obviously a regulator gauge at the gas because it's a regulated gun. So there's the two gauges, but this one is your pressure. Another little foible with this gun, it's not colour coded, it's just straight black and white. Also it's in PSI instead of bar. Now they say Remington 190 bar is the safety limit. 190 bar works out to about 2,750 PSI, but they've not marked it on here, so whether you want to get a marker pen or something like that and just mark the gauge so you know exactly where it is once you've blown it up, that may be an idea. Again, it's a thing there that Remington should have thought of. Most of the manometers do come colour coded. The only one exception I've ever seen, I think, is the Walther Rotex, where that's plain black and white as well. I've got to be quite honest with you, people like myself who are not brilliant with their sight, and I wear specs, I have to wear a close-up set of glasses to look at one of those, and to be quite honest with you, without the colour coding on, I'd need to carry two sets of glasses, to be fair. So yeah, that's another thing that could be addressed, I think, by Remington. Doesn't take away though today that this gun has done really well in its tests, scored a 133. There are a few little faults with the gun, don't get me wrong, but it's a nice gun. As I say, I've heard a few reviewers and I've watched their reviews on this gun, and they seem to think that that bolt action on this is quite nice. I think it's very hit and miss unless I've just had a bad one. It seems that this gun wasn't put together the greatest. There is a few little problems with it, but it's got through its test and review. It's give us some readings. It's done what it needed to do for today, but there will be a new replacement gun coming in shortly. Thank you all for watching. That's the test and review on our Remington Vought. As I say, when it comes down now to the Battle League, there will be a replacement gun in place of this, because this one is going back to somewhere to be checked over. Unless we can get this gun back, which I doubt, it'll be replaced with another. May even be a Woodstock one when we come round to the main Battle Leagues. I don't know yet. But that concludes our test and review today. And yeah, would I recommend it? If you've got one of these that's proper sorted and, you know, no leaks and doesn't give you any stress and whatever else, then yeah, I would, because it doesn't seem to miss a lot. It's quite an accurate gun, to be fair, so it's worth a punt. If you like your guns to look a little bit more rimfire than an air gun, you'll love this. It's supposed to be a little bit of a battler up against like the likes of the FX DRS, but obviously on a cheaper scale, shall we say the Wish version. But yeah, nice gun. Yeah, I would recommend one, but as I say, I've heard a few people say they've had this gun and they do suffer with leaks quite badly. Reminiscent, I think, of the 80A Airborne, which suffers with leaks as well, but anyway, we'll try to get it sorted. Thank you for watching. See you all in the next one very soon. Bye bye now.